the so-called anticipated Russia-Ukraine war been averted? Reports suggest that troops from Russia's western and southern military districts, which are the closest to Ukraine, are being sent back. However, their most advanced troops remain deployed in central and eastern zones, which the experts feel is enough to start the military incursion. Is Putin trying to end this tension, or are we missing something here? It's too early to judge, said Ukraine's foreign minister, and his skepticism is justified. It's not the first time Russia has moved forces while keeping heavy weapons in place. Is it a tactic to replace the troops who were deployed in cold weather for weeks? The United States of America is skeptical over Russia's position, nonetheless, as they feel an invasion is still possible. The White House seems to be fully prepared as it stands beside its NATO brethren. Whatever is triggered in the future, faraway regions will feel the diplomatic pull, especially India as it stands amidst a diplomatic riddle. India has already made a subtle move by abstaining in the US-held United Nations Security Council vote on the Ukraine issue. India has felt the pressure of the United States of America in the recent past with regards to major defense deals that India has had with Russia. Although India continues to emphasize that Russia is a very important and strategic defense partner of New Delhi, and New Delhi is not going to compromise on deals that have been signed in the past. What will happen to the S-400 and various other deals with Russia if or should there be war or conflict with Ukraine is something that worries New Delhi. Let's zoom in on what is at stake for India in this political tussle. India's balancing act with both Russia and the United States of America means it wants to protect its 7-decade-old ties with Russia while keeping the United States ties intact. Clearly, India has no intention to get caught in the crossfire of this power tussle. Since 2014, India has kept a low profile on the Ukraine issue. And now, these are testing times for India, where its economy is reviving itself. Military escalation there would mean two things. One, oil and gas prices will rise as Russia plays a huge role in the global energy market. Two, the impact the US-Russia tiff will have on India's deal of S-400 missiles with Russia, with US imposing sanctions on India. That's the CAATSA sanction. Russia is India's top military supplier, and losing an old ally like this would be devastating at a time when New Delhi is going through security challenges with China and with Pakistan. The other important aspect is economic. There is a lot of important export between India and Ukraine, which could be impacted should there be conflict between Russia and Ukraine. There are many fuel and oil-based products that India imports from Ukraine, and on the other hand, we have exports from India into Ukraine of pharmaceutical and electronic products. And one of the most significant areas that is always impacted in a situation of crisis and conflict is the people-to-people contact. There are about over 20,000 Indian students studying in Ukraine. If there is a situation of war, those students and their education will be impacted. So far, we've already seen an advisory issued by the Embassy of India in Ukraine asking students to return to India. The Ministry of Civil Aviation in India has now looked at doing away with the air bubble system and opened up more flights so that students from Ukraine, Indian nationals from Ukraine, can return home at the earliest. There should not be a chaotic situation, and that's the reason why India does not want to take a chance and is asking people to move back. This at a time when many other foreign nationals and foreign countries have asked their nationals to return home. The United States of America, in fact, has even moved its diplomatic mission from Kyiv. So significant movements happening in Ukraine, but the fact is that there is going to be a huge impact on engineering and medical students of Indian origin or Indian nationals who are studying in Ukraine and would have to return to India. India also very clearly has mentioned that there is only one solution to the Russia-Ukraine crisis at the moment, and that solution is the diplomatic one.